Kind of screwed that up, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I'm a dum-dum, but I'm not ready yet. So if you're watching this on the replay, I'll put a timestamp for you below. Click on the little blue number signs.
This town has been unbearable, lifeless, filled only with boredom, propaganda, and control. I've tried to escape, and I've failed this time. But I'll find a way. They call me Mr. Prepper.
All right, there, YouTubers. Looks like we are ready. We're not ready. I got to turn the TikTok on real quick. Let me go ahead and fire these up. Thanks God this is all set up, and it's just pushing one button. Let's make sure this is all going to work here. Going to give it a second. Let's see here. Some of you saw some stuff you shouldn't have seen. But that's okay. Nothing to hide here. Let's see. We got some people popping in. Looks like we got 1 and 1. There we go. All right. So, yep. And then that one left. That's funny. What is TikTok doing to my community over here? I got my primary. I got my backup. Yesterday, the backup filled up to like 150 people before the primary even got to like 20. It was kind of weird. So we're going to wait for this to pop in and see what happens right here. Going to let the crowd kind of build up while that's happening. Let's go ahead and take a look at the old YouTubes. Those guys normally are, they know I'm here before anybody else. Let's see, we're going to say good morning. Oh, good morning, Catitude. Address me directly. Good morning to you, Catitude. We got David. We got Doug. Les. We got Dog and Ball. We got Vicky. We got Deanna. Rosita. Rosita showed up. Nice. Janice. Good morning. Thorn. Finally, Thorn is on time. Oh my God. Did somebody put the coffee out and he smelled it and woke up? Goodness. So goodness. What do we got here? That's not your fault. Nah, it's okay. Yeah, well, everything is my fault. So we're gonna pour a little coffee here. We got some good more. We got the Viking Queen. We got George. I probably need to scroll down a little bit because we got some people popping here saying, "Hey, what's up today?" Aurora. We're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff today, a bunch of good stuff. Right now we're just doing some good mornings. Besed Jack, and sorry the camera is shaking because it's on a dual mount and it's really weak. Got the Presto Digital Pressure Canner. Tried it out with garden tomatoes yesterday. Boom. Love it, Aurora. Love it. What do we got here? Let's see. One of your friends goes live, whatever. All right. So, yeah, it's weird. So, backup channel. Love you guys. 178. And primary channel knows the gig. They're already up. They're already up to 115 likes. You guys are only on like 9. All right, so here's the deal. The algorithm works. Let's see. Let's go ahead and check it, guys. I got it actually got it pulled up today. So right now my YouTube is sitting at 242,000 subscribers, 2,420 subscribers. Boom, YouTube is growing. Love it, absolutely love it, because I can actually show what's happening when we're talking. TikTok, 258.7 thousand followers. Love it, super duper. I called it the YouTube family and the TikTok army, and for valid reasons. And yeah, so TikTok, what I need you to do is, the way the algorithm works is, hey, it's not 258,000 followers. It's not vanity. I don't need your likes. So do me a favor. Let's drag some more people in here. Start smashing on. Let's follow the finger. Follow the finger. Start smashing those likes, tapping that screen, whatever it is. Let's start drawing it in. We like to make a game of it anyway. And backup people are catching up to you very fast. If you guys didn't know, I have a phone here and I have a phone here. Or a phone here and a phone here. And yeah, dueling phones. And my YouTube camera's right up here. Let's see here. Thorn will be bored watching too much YouTube. Nah, Thorn ain't got nothing better to do. He's slacking. He's slacking. He's just probably up from all night long chasing women or playing video games, and rightfully so. Let's see here. We got our coffee. Looks like we got enough to get through the hour. I think we're going to be okay. All right. You want to play? Good to go. Whatever. Let's see. It's amazing when I tell people to start smashing the screen. It's like TikTok. Some people are. It's the TikTok. The adults are on YouTube. YouTube guys, just hit that like one time. That's all you have to do. You guys know how this works. But on TikTok, it's completely different. You know, if you want to draw more people into your message, then you have to get a lot of likes. They like viewer time. TikTok likes viewer time, and they like likes. It's that easy. Just Google it. Just Google it. It's not a big deal. Let's see here. Live to live, sending love, not hate. Love it. Hey, what's up, Mom to Jakes? Good to see you. Okay, what do we got here? Looks like we're shrank down to where we're supposed to be. The numbers are legitimate now. I like that because you're the real people. And then obviously on the YouTube, I cannot tell. Hey, good morning, Blaine. I cannot tell exactly how many people are in there because the numbers are never right. All right, so let's go ahead and change the screen real quick while I make a transition. Oh, let's see here. People have been. It's like, how do you get all this stuff done? What's your plan? You know, they really want a little bit of insight, and normally I only share that stuff with my my Patreons. But today I think I got basically overwhelming requests for, like, how do you do things? Well, I make lots of lists. So let's see here. This is my to-do list. So today, obviously, the first thing I do every morning is get up and get the girlfriend out of here. Get her out of here. No, I make her breakfast. I take care of her. And then, because I'm retired, you know, it's part of being a team, you know. So I make sure that she's taken care of. Anyway, then I start my morning research. I work the Patreon because that's what they pay for. They give me $3 whole dollars a month to take care of them too, and that's what I actually do. Feed the chickens because sometimes I forget to feed the chickens. It's not good. Gate. I've got one of those new dog gates that I've got to set up today. It's not difficult, but the space that they fit into is larger than the gate. So I've got to go cut some wood up today and make it fit. Let's see here. What do we got here? And then think about the giveaway. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. There's actually going to be 2 giveaways while I'm at prepper camp from the 22nd to, well, I'll be down there the 22nd through the 25th, something like that. I'm going to try to figure out a way to give away as much stuff as I can. I actually bought it all yesterday. Let's see. What's up, Optic? Hey, RC, good to go. See, you showed up, man. Nice. But anyway, so the plan is, the generalized plan that I need to think about is that I'm going to I want to give away these gifts, and it's everything. It's everything from like bivy sacks to backpacks to just stuff. I bought a couple $100 worth of stuff. I just want to give it away. It's the big YouTube money. Anyway, so give it away, and then trying to figure out how to do that in a way that's good, that's smart. You know what I'm saying? And then whatever I have left over afterwards, I'm gonna make some bags, like the mystery. That's it, the mystery bag. Mystery bag. I've got to write that down on another list. Mystery bags! Exclamation point. So yeah, whatever I left over, I'm gonna make like eggs, hopefully, and then I'm gonna freaking give them away online, and then I'll basically, hey, sign up for the mystery bag, and then you guys will sign up for it, and then we'll do the spinny wheel of death thing. It'll tell me who to send it to, and then you can personally send me your address, and so I can get your credit card information and do what I know, and then freaking get that out to you, and then you can open it up and find out what it is, because it won't be a mystery to me, you know. Let's see here. What do we got here? Georgie Porgy. Hey, Georgie, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm canning and dehydrating today. More goals for cold weather getting done. Yes, if you guys are not focusing on the winter, you should be. Oh my God, I need a new backpack bad. Well, it's not like I'm gonna go out and get like a $500 911 or freaking backpack and give that away. That's crazy. Yeah, I've got some things, some of them are trinkets, you know what I'm saying? Because I'd like to give out more, and there's only so much money. There's only so much of that big YouTube money. And then there's larger ones. So I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll have per whatever it is, I'll assign a number to it. So if a backpack, because that's a high-end item, we'll make that a 5, right? And then I'll freaking put hats, like a hat. You know what I'm saying? And put numbers, all those numbers to those. And when you pull it out, then boom, that means that you won that. You know what I'm saying? Or a whistle, or I don't know, because I've actually got some. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those metal whistles. They're made of aluminum, and so they don't rust, they don't go bad, they don't get sticky, they don't get crappy, and you can attach them to things, and they're great if you're out if you get lost in the woods or you need to signal. Then these things are super, super loud. What do we got here? No. KT Channel 97, I've never seen you. I don't know what no is. And hopefully you're having a great day. Let's see. DOS. Is that DOS? Yeah, DOS. DOS? DOS OG. You're the OG of DOS? I love it, man. Anyway, so DOS is pickling today. That's nice. I love it. Let's see here. Kitchen says, the ice caps are melting and millions will die. The permafrost is warming as well. We are doomed. Well, I'm going to go ahead and disagree with you because all of the science says that that's not actually happening. But we're going to talk about some of those theories, okay? Because I think that it's important that we do that. We're going to be talking about those later in the show, okay? I came late, but I'm here. Hey, well, that's okay, Deb. Deb wants space. Deb, okay. I'll give you your space, Deb. I love your name. That's hilarious. Survival of the fittest? It doesn't always work that way. Define fittest. Let's see. What is the whistle called again? I'd have to look it up. I don't know what its specific name is. But I can share that with you. Tracy, I thought, Tracy, you're one of the Patreons. Message me on Patreon and I'll send you something. Autonomal amber. Autonomal. I'm trying, Amber. I'm just going to call you Amber. Let's see here. I know my first aid is getting so full as my everyday bag as I need help. Dog and ball. Well, I mean, you need to segment your first aid kit and or create a boo-boo kit and a trauma kit. That's the easiest way to do it. Let's see. Most useful good pocket knife. What's the most useful good pocket knife? A sharp one that won't dull, won't dull easily, and one that you didn't pay $700 for. Let's see. Amazon has some inexpensive preps, things that are cool. Yes, absolutely, Deb. Let's see. Absolutely. Let's see. Hello from Mississippi. Love it. Love it. The Swiss Army. Yeah, Swiss Army knives are really good. You know, they have lots of little doodads on them that do have a lot of function. I carried one when I was a kid. I carried one as a Boy Scout. But I always go back to just a simple. I mean, listen. You either use a knife or you don't use a knife in your daily life. So just carrying one around, you might want to reevaluate that. Now, if you're into EDC, there's a certain time and place for everything. For instance, my EDC expands during the winter time because winter is more dangerous than summer, and will need more tools. I want to know prep, but I don't know where to start. I have small bob, but nothing for long term. I got you, Dauntless. Dauntless, we're actually going to go over the basics of preparedness and how to get started today. So stick around, and let's see, we'll be covering that. All right. So what's it? Guthrie. Hello from Indiana. Gotcha. Please going through lots of changes. It always has. I think about it. I got you. All right, what do we got here? You guys are bombarding me. I love it. This is awesome. It makes things go a lot easier for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and I just wanted you guys to see that. I've got to think about Prepper Camp. I'm going to actually be doing some different videos and I got to vacuum seal a bunch of stuff and fix some, hey, what's Catman do? Always have a knife on me. I don't know how people don't. Well, I mean, sometimes it's a little tricky when you wear basketball shorts all day. All right, so let's go ahead and close that out. Boom. No, I don't want to save that. Let's see here. And then we're going to, looks like we're ready for transition already. Let's make that a little bigger and close that. There we go. All right, so we're going to hit some quick news real quick. And let's do that. So if you guys didn't know this, last Tuesday was kind of big. Something happened that people never thought would happen. So for my TikTokers, smart thermostats lock customers out. Declares an energy emergency. I need some coffee. So if you're seeing this on the YouTube screen, that's the exact screen that popped up on their little Eco, on their little smart thermostats. This is some serious overreach, but this is what happens when people don't pay attention to what the hell is going on. All right, so thousands of XL customers in Colorado were locked out of their smart thermostats, meaning they had no control of the temperatures in their homes. The company said the problem was caused by an energy emergency. That's interesting. So the company can declare an energy emergency. Let's think about that one for a minute. Oh, let's see here. The thermostat displayed a message saying it could not turn up the cooling because it had been locked out due to an energy emergency. Key things to glean from this article. Normally, when we see the message like that, we're able to override it. In this case, we weren't. So our thermostat was locked in at 78 or 79. Social media was filling with thousands of such complaints on Tuesday, some saying they had been locked out of the thermostats as temperatures at temperatures as high as 88 degrees. The company did make a statement, and they said it's a voluntary program. Let's remember that this is something that customers chose to be part of based on incentives, he said. For participating in the program, customers received $100 in credit and $25 annually. So for $25 a year, they can lock you out of your thermostat. I think people need to read sometimes. I think people need to go past that. You know, like we were talking about yesterday with going past the headline. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody offers, well, $25 a year in savings, yeah, sign me up for that. That's exactly what happened here, guys. There was nothing nefarious about it. They actually said that they can opt out of it. So, but customers like Tricadero did not know that the company had that much control. I'm going to bet a penny. That it was all spelled out right in front of them, and that because they didn't take the time to read whatever it was, they just said okay. The customer's comments were simple. To me, an emergency means there is, life, limb, or you don't know some other danger out there. Massive wildfires. So this guy's defining emergency. Even if it's once in a blue moon situation, it just doesn't sit right with us to not be able to control our own thermostat in our house. Aptly so. That's exactly right. But hey, if you sign the contract, get your stuff. Now, you can opt out of it. If you're in that area, this happened to you, you can opt out of it. You just have to contact them, identify yourself properly, and then opt out. It's that easy. Let's see here. What would you consider a bug out situation? Dauntless asks. It's pretty simple. A bug out situation or bug out trigger is things are no longer safe where you are. That's why most people should plan to bug in. All right, let's see here. What are we going to do? Let's move on to the next one. Sweden's Psychological Defense Agency, good disinformation is basically true. Now, listen to this carefully, okay, guys? Because, good morning, heathen. What's up, Sage? Love it. Sage Survival Preps. Make them say your name on the live streams for free advertisements. That's okay, dude. I don't mind. I love just a quick throat jab. You're good. Let's see. They had to opt out of that program. Absolutely true. Looks like that's about it. What do we got on the YouTubes? It's all about control. We should know this by now. Alexa is another one I won't have in the house. Yeah, I turned my stuff off too. It's not on my phones. It's not on my computer. It is disabled. Every place I can disable it. No Alexa. No. Hey Google. Hey Google. Hey Google. Yeah, see, nothing happened. All right, so listen to this, guys. They're talking about disinformation being good, okay? Good disinformation is actually not false. Good disinformation is basically true, only somewhat tweaked. An arbiter of good and bad disinformation operations on such nuance is entering the dangerous territory, becoming the judge and jury of truth and producing bias that can be used and abused beyond anyone's crisis or political circumstances. The premise with Sweden is that the society is plagued by polarization and mistrust. Oh, Sweden, the place of freedom and being neutral and having no real opinion on anything. Apparently, the Swedes are fed up with the rising crime, and they're unhappy with the authorities' policy on immigration. Oh, this sounds familiar. Why is this not in the news? That's interesting. Have you heard about what's going on at the Czech Republic? We're going to talk about that too today, guys. Because you know what? We're not the only ones here in America that are having this problem. This is a global issue. This is a truly global issue where countries are getting tired of being told what to do, and now they've got us into these really, really bad situations, and people don't want anything to do with it. Oh, someone's in the members chat. Stand by. If you're not a member of the Patreon, then you... oh, JB, I'm sorry. JB says, sucks. I'm going to miss out. Dude. Hold on. Sorry about that. Sucks, man. All right. And if you didn't know that and you're not a Patreon, instant access. Instant access. By good, do you mean protective or effective? Yeah, disable everything you can. Switzerland is neutral, I thought. Yeah, supposedly, Sage. Supposedly. But here's the thing. There a lot of people, the basis of this story is that there are people are writing articles out there. I told you yesterday, read beyond the title, that thumbnail grabbing statement. So there's actually an article that's talking about all of this stuff, and what they've decided to do is they've started to say that use the Russians as a way to get people to read your articles. Everybody wants to talk about Russia. Everybody wants to talk about Ukraine. So what they'll do is they'll put that crap in the title, and the next thing you know, their click rate goes through the roof. It's happening. It's happening internationally. It's happening in newspapers. It's happening everywhere. So read past the headline. All right. Let's see. The next thing I wanted to talk about is probably going to get people a little bit. Oh, JB made it. Hey, good to go, man. Try when I call. Try when I call. Bob showed up. Hey, what's going on, Bob? All right, so you guys should be aware of this. There are rumblings, and I'm not going to get into it, okay? America, I love it. Good morning. Let's see here. I'm not going to get into it because there is so much wrong with it, and there is so much debate around it. But basically, so there's a House Resolution 1808, the Assault Weapons Ban of 2022. This is the one that they are talking about where they really want to stop. They want to get rid of assault weapons. Now, yes, I know if you read any official paper that has to do with the government, the term assault weapon doesn't exist. But as usual, they'll write it somewhere and then it'll exist. It's just that easy. I need more coffee. And what you need to know is that as currently written, it bans the possession of any and all assault-style weapons and any and all large-capacity magazines. It's written other ways like this. This is directly from the House Judiciary Committee that says that they're going to grandfather this, and they're going to make it more like we want to stop the sale of these things so that eventually they can't be given to your kids, they can't be sold, they can't be anything. This is what they want to do. This is in the House Judiciary Committee right now, and it is being looked at again. It did not. Hey, good morning, Raiders. Raiders win. Is that Raiders? Is that? Hold on a second. Hold on now. Is that Raiders this way? Or is that Raiders in the football team? I'm going to put that back over here real quick. A Raider would know. A Raider would know. Where we got here? Did they not understand exactly what they'll be infringed? Oh, no. They understand exactly what they're doing. They completely understand what they're doing. They just don't give a shit. Let's see. And then they grandfathered, you give a free tax stamp put on a fancy little registry. Yeah, more than likely. But what they want to do is they're grandfathering in, but they're banning the sale, trade, whatever, So basically they're going to age out assault weapons is their plan. So I wanted you guys to throw that up there. I want you to be aware of it. And also be aware there's a lot of people getting on these mailing lists that are they're giving money to, I hate to say it, but it's like people are taking advantage of these things and getting people to donate money to their cause, and they're not actually able to do anything about these specific things. So just be aware, Let's see. Never considered that. Flooding ain't too common, if at all, in my areas. Gotcha. Just trying to push every button I have, I suppose. Yeah, I probably. That's probably absolutely right. It's coming in every single direction. If you guys haven't, it's like I was every morning I do a video Monday through Friday. I do a video for the Patreons. I give them, maybe it's a 1 minute video, maybe it's a 5 or 6 minute video, but it's basically like what I'm thinking about, what I'm going to do today. A little bit of insight into the craziness that's rolling around in here, and so that's what I do for them. And this morning it was really difficult because we're getting just bombarded in every single direction by these people, and it's almost difficult to think. It's almost difficult to maintain logically in your head, what is going on. And that's another reason I make lists too. That way, when I get discombobulated, I can just go to the list and say, "Hey, you need to go do this, man. Let's not think about that kind of stuff now. Let's stay focused on tasks." I keep getting disconnected. Viking Queen, I don't know what to tell you about that. That is not me. My internet is green. I am transmitting over 4,000 kbs at 30 frames per second, so that means I have a solid internet connection. Let's see here, and I'm sorry that's happening to you. Somebody asks, JB asked, where's it at? I saw it a second ago. Window Looker says, "Hey, Window Looker, good to see you, man. They still have not defined the word assault weapon. Assault is an action, not an item." Yeah, exactly, dude. We were just talking about that. JB says, "Couldn't any weapon used in an assault be considered an assault weapon?" Yeah, well, scary guns is what they think about assault weapons. It is what it is. What do we got here? Switzerland. We just got likes. How is the little channel doing so much better than the big channel? Okay, listen, TikTokers, I need you to stop. I need you to stop screwing around. We've got about 50 people in here on this side, and we've got 8 on this side, and this is legit. This is about right. But you know what? You guys over here, you guys should be at like 5K, no joke. You guys are kicking ass, but you guys should be around 2K. There's no reason. There's no reason for this. So stop slacking on me. Let's get with the game. With all the good stuff, we're going to be kicking off here shortly. I'm going to make my screen, my chats a little bit bigger. Let's see here. Everything gets moldy. Sewers back up. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Other than a knife, what do you prefer to keep for hand to hand? Well, these are pretty good right here. These are pretty good. Let's see. So base uphill. Any good book recommendations for today? Book recommendations for today? No, I have no good book recommendations today. Let's see here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get off that, and then we're actually going to get on to, where are we at here? We're going to close that. We're going to close that. And then what they were talking about before was prepping for beginners. Okay, there's a lot of stuff out there. This is one of the better ones that I found here. It comes off the website called theprepared.com. This one is actually from 2020. I'm sorry, September 2020. It's got a lot of good information inside of it, and it's focused on just good old-fashioned preparedness. It doesn't try to sell you a bunch of junk. It doesn't, say buy a bunker, dig deep. It doesn't do any of that kind of stuff. But what it does do is provide you with good scenarios, good guidance. Okay, so let's go ahead and kick into it. So whether you're worried about a sudden layoff, home invasions, car accidents, or power going out for a week, natural disasters or long-term economic or social decline, it is critical that you start getting prepared now. By definition, if you wait until you need it, it's already too late. Now, so you know you're not crazy. You are not alone. Millions of rational people from all walks of life are taking preparedness seriously, and the movement is growing as much more people realize they can depend on others to save them in our changing world. I'm sorry, they can't depend on others to save them in our changing world. Where are we at here? All right, so don't just look for a single checklist and skip the reading. If you say you will save yourself a lot of wasted time and be better prepared if you take a little bit of time to learn from others instead of making the same mistakes most beginners make when they try to skip the vegetables. The real trick is preparing. The real trip to preparing, well, is knowledge and following the right path, not putting a bucket of gear in your closet. I cannot stand that. People buy stuff and they put it on little shelves and they say, I'm going to use this when this happens. And it's like, okay, but what about all your food? Well, stack food. It's that easy. You have military experience? Yes, I have. We're just going to say yes. We're going to say yes. Let's see here. Any good book recommendations? Chicago is safe if you're white. Safer than Missouri. I don't know what that means, Crunch Ruth. I don't know what that means. Let's see. Where is the video? Did they erase? What video do you speak of, Brian? And I'll answer your question. All right, so the basic steps to prepping. 1, build solid personal finance and health foundation. Build a solid personal finance and health foundation. What does this mean? Get out of debt as quickly as possible, as reasonably as possible. You have to balance between getting out of debt and spending on your day-to-day, and health foundation, which means if you're living unhealthy, stop doing that. Stop doing that, okay? Get your home ready for 2 weeks of self-reliance, and we're going to talk about that here in a second. I always tell people, how much should I go for? I say no less than 3 months, but we've got to start someplace, all right? Be able to leave your home with only a moment's notice. Have a bug-out bag. I'm not a real fan. I have them. I have what I call a get-home bag, but things change, so you have to change what's in that bag. Okay, but how do you know if it's unhealthy? Dauntless. I know you. You've been in here before, but you've never said anything that foolish. You know what healthy food and what not healthy food is. You know that 3 meals a day is fine, but if they're all cookies and cream, you're unhealthy. You know this. Stop saying stupid things. Let's see here. Let's see, Kate, 4.7 in Hawaii. I don't know what that means. Anyway, so where are we at here? So have a bug-out bag. Prepare for emergencies that happen away from home. Get home bags and everyday carry. We were just talking about that. Learn core skills and practice with your gear. Don't buy it, keep it in wrappers, and put it on a shelf. Learn how to use it. Use it as often as possible. But yeah, no for new people. No, new people know what's bad and good to put in their bodies. Come on now. All right, where are we at here? And then 6, share and recruit while continuing to learn and going beyond the basics. I don't know about the recruit stuff, but I think I would say share and be part of the community is what I would say. And they have lots of other guides, but we're not going to dig too deep into those because there's only so much time in this hour that we can talk about this. All right, so where we got here? I'm going to go ahead and look at the YouTube real quick because they're typing some stuff. Allison showed up. Good morning, Allison. I've been cutting up firewood and collecting the firewood I can. I'm working for a 3-year supply. That's a lot of frickin' wood. Rosita says, I feel called out on living healthy. Well, then you probably need to live healthy. Now, listen, I am no specimen of health. That is for sure. I used to keep up with 20-year-olds every single day, or 18-year-olds actually, and I could probably do it for a day now. And yeah, I mean, it's simple stuff. You know, instead of eating ho-hos at night, maybe eat a bowl of grapes. You know, instead of eating a big giant breakfast, maybe not eat breakfast and just eat a good-sized lunch and a small dinner. You know, shrink that waistline. Get your blood moving around a little bit more. No one said go run a mile. No one said go run 10 miles. No one said walk around your house in circles for an hour. No one said any of that shit. Start to eat as healthy as possible. Starches are cheap, but they will make you big. And when you get big, your heart can't work right. And I know this. I know this from personal experience. So we all want you to stick around. We all love you, and you got to make it easy for us. You got to put in the work so that we can continue to love you as long as possible. All right, let's see here. Elizabeth showed up. Good morning. Let's see. Nuttin Fancy gave me a hard time because I wasn't around for a year. I was on a mountain off-grid. Well, what are you doing back? Why aren't you still on your mountain off-grid? What do you lose your damn mind, or you just run out of food, or what? That's where I'd be. Salt. Let's see here. I have a get-home bag, a bug-out bag, and prepping my home for bugging in. Good to go, dog and ball. As it should be. As it should be. A solid plan. Love it. I'm going to drink some coffee now. All right, I guess my Go Raiders guy was just a Raiders football fan guy because he never replied. All right, so let's see why you can trust this plan, and something to see, some continuous White House DoD relations. We don't care. Let's stick to the facts. Why are you here? Regardless, you are not alone. Maybe you're generally worried about politics, the economy, natural disasters, or maybe you or someone you love went through an emergency. You've decided not to be a victim anymore. Whatever your reasons, you're not alone. Millions of people are actively prepping, and the reasons are as diverse as they are. We're not going to go over more reasons. Okay, so tips and common beginner mistakes. Many of these are fleshed out in the sane rule in the sane prepper rules, and we're not going to cover that. To highlight the most common. Don't buy off-the-shelf kits. 98% of them are not worth buying. Exactly. If you're going to buy if you're going to do something, do the research. Find the stuff that fits within your budget that you can get your hands on that is not this one-size-fits-all kit. Your kit should be based on your current situation and location, whether it's a bug-out bag, whether it could be any kind of kit. And kit is a synonymous term for gear. Let's see. I like your positive attitude. Keep up the good work. Yeah, no problem, man. I don't have a get-home bag, more like a get-home totes, but I don't know if I could carry them. Need to rethink it. Genevieve, listen. If it's just a get-home bag, it's got 3 days worth of food in it, which is not going to weigh a lot. It's a typical backpack, is what it is. You know, maybe some fire starting stuff, maybe a tarp. You know, it could be very, very simple. You know, if you're thinking more survival wise, go to my YouTube channel. The link is in the bio, and look for the 5 C's of survival, and you'll find out how I did that at Walmart, and it all fit into one little canister. Just retired as a CB 2 days ago after 23 years. There you go. I love it, man. I freaking love CVs or CBs. A lot of people don't. And you know why. Basically, the Navy's infantry of infantry. They can build it, they can blow it up. It doesn't matter. That's their job. But yeah, I've actually trained some CBs before in the past. Good people. Let's see here. Salt is yummy. Salt does make things taste better. But in moderation, young lady, in moderation. All right, what do we got here? So let's see here. We don't buy those $175 kits. That's not what we do. Let's see. You can't predict when an emergency will happen, so good prep is always ready. Yes, gear and a plan. Gear and a plan. Gear and a plan. I said it 3 times. That's how you prepare. It's simple. gear and a plan. I said it 4 times. Now we're done. You cannot predict what's going to happen, so be diligent about finding and avoiding assumptions in your preps. Don't make assumptions. You know, it's here's my biggest pet peeve with assumptions. There is a group of preppers out there that like, man, I don't need to store no food. I'm gonna live off the land. All right, country boy, here's the deal. And I live in the country, so I can say this shit. I just don't have the accent. There's only so much food out there. If you take 10 seconds to look all the way back to the cavemen, they had to migrate because you can only kill so much food in one area. And the animals started to get smart. So you're assuming that the deer population is going to be no problem. You're assuming that there's going to be 1 million rabbits for you to eat, even though you can't eat them in the middle of the spring. You're going to make a lot of assumptions like that. So no. Start stacking those cans, Hunter boy. Your survivalist ideas will not work because nobody wants to live like that indefinitely. It's kind of fun. It's good for a Boy Scout trip, but living like that, yeah, you're going to have all sorts of problems. Let's see here. Himalayan salt is healthier in moderation. Yes, Kate. I prefer the pink Himalayan salt myself. I also think it has a lot more flavor. Sea salt is the next one. And then if you are not giving yourself a good healthy dose of iodized salt at least once a week with your cooking, then you should be doing that as well. Your body does need salt. You just cannot go crazy with it. Let's see here. That's what I'm going to do, Rosita. I'm just going to buy you a salt lick. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. Avoiding assumptions. Stay realistic and practical. Avoid zombie and Rambo fantasies. Yes, please. Focus on the things that matter most and remember that simpler is better. Solid advice. Don't let prepping overwhelm or defeat you. Solid. Let me say that again. Don't let prepping overwhelm or defeat you. Just don't do it. Make a list, stick to the task. When you get absorbed in what's happening in your world, just take a deep breath, look at the next thing on your list, and decide if it's good to do that, and then go do it. Pink Himalayan salt has good minerals for you. Exactly. It's just good for you. It's important to enjoy good life now and not go down a dark spiral of doomsday depression. Honestly, guys, I get a lot of that, especially on the TikTok side. I'll make a video, and there's always anywhere from 1 to 6 that pop in and say, "The world's not ending. How do you live with yourself? Is that all you think about?" No, I'm actually thinking about mowing my lawn like a normal human being. Thinking about feeding my dog. I'm thinking about my next vacation. I'm thinking about all the same things that you're thinking about, and that you clearly have made assumptions that are completely wrong. All right, let's see. Ignore the extremism, the noise and extremism that tries to take over prepping from the fringes. Yes, we're going to talk about that. That is probably going to be our next segment because we're getting short on time. Yeah. We're definitely going to be talking about that because I get people, they send me stuff all the time and some of it's good, and I always try to respond to them if I have time and say, hey, that was a good one. That's something to think about. Or, hey, you need to take this one with a grain of salt because their tinfoil hat is really, really tight. Let's see here. Avoid double dipping your gear. It's tempting to pick stuff out of your bag for a camping trip, for example, but then life tends to get in the way. The gear stays scattered, and that creates windows where an emergency might strike, and you are prepared. Absolutely. When you get to a certain point where you have more stuff than you need, but as a prepper, you're like, give me more. Then what happens is you're like, well, I can scavenge from this bag and take from that kit to make this one, and then we'll go use that. And then when we get done, then you know what I'm saying? If you think that you need a tourniquet while you're on your hiking trip, you're absolutely right. You should always have one someplace. But if you think that you need to take it out of one kit that you may need prior to that, or even after that. Basically, if you're scavenging from kits, stop doing that. Just stop doing that. It's not good. It's not smart, because when an emergency happens, you know that gear's there and you know you need it, and you shouldn't be looking in your backpack from that trip to find something that should be right where you need it to be. So things to think about. All right, let's see here. If you're on a budget, it's better to buy fewer high-quality items than cheap stuff that will fail when you need them most. You could prep without much money, but it looks more like DIY and secondhand type purchase, less so to the dollar store. Okay, so this is a double-edged sword guide. All right, so what you have to do, for instance, knives. You guys have all heard the story about my $17 knife that I love from Walmart that has never ever failed me, and there's always somebody coming in. They even go back to that video, which is over a year old, and they're like, "Oh man, I bought one of these and it fell apart." I was like, "Well, you probably shouldn't be using it for I don't know, cleaning your dishwasher, or my knife stays in its sheath until it needs to come out. It stays sharp. I use it when I need to use it, and I have banged on it. I actually put it through an entire test that you can see on YouTube." I had somebody pop in yesterday saying, I made a joke in the video where I literally made sounds like if this is the knife right here, I'm gonna turn this so it doesn't make a lot of noise, and then I made a noise and then I dropped it, and it stuck in the log, and I said, "Look, it's even a drop point." Some guy over a year later made a comment on my video yesterday saying, "That's like a bad dad joke. That's not a drop point." So my response is simple. Did I drop it? Did it stick? Is it a drop point? Question mark. It's like, come on, man. There are people out there that will scream bloody murder if you don't spend $700 on a damn knife. Okay, that's got somebody's logo on the side of it. I'm going to pick that up. It's got somebody's logo on the side of it, and they buy these things so that they can feel good about what they bought. Or they have this falls back to the just the best gear. Well, you know what? There's a lot of people out there that can't afford a $60, $70, $80, $90, $110 knife. They can't. And I'm not saying those aren't good knives. I'm just saying that you can find other things that will perform the tasks that you need them to perform for much less dollars. And those are the things that you should be looking for. Okay, let's see here. I have a bunch of herbal books and need to get mineral books. Gotcha. I have too much salt can give you urinary tract infections. Only use a little salt when cooking. That's all. If you've ever seen the professional cooks cook, I love when they say, "Let's go ahead and put a pinch of salt in there," and they get the pour thing out, and they go. It's like, man, it's like 2 tablespoons of salt. But the food tastes delicious. So it is what it is. Let's see. Knowing how to sharpen a knife is better than an expensive knife. Yeah, I mean that's true, Georgie. That's factual. But I mean, you should still listen. If you buy a knife from the $1.25 tree store, then you're probably not going to enjoy that knife service. But I've also bought those stupid little trinket knives they come in handy. It's like we have different knives for different things. And the reality is that that's because they're tools. So just keep that in mind if you're going to purchase something. Let's see here. Planning based on your risks. This is important. Okay? It's very common for social forums for people to respond to beginning preppers plead for help by asking, "Well, what are you prepping for?" And then tailoring plans and supplies specifically to the event. That is not bad. Okay? It says this isn't horrible, and it has the benefit of keeping people grounded instead of being stuck in doomsday fantasies. But in practice, the mental model causes people to get tunnel vision, which then makes their preps less effective or efficient, or gives the false impression that there are huge differences in how they prepare. It's kind of a wobbly statement. Now they're going to try and sell us their prepping checklists. And then they're going to talk briefly about Maslow's hierarchy. They start to get a little crazy here. They talk about self-actualization, needs, esteem, safety needs, and we can do a whole show on that crap. But But step one, we're going in circles. Now they're going to try and get us to link stuff, and we're not going to do that. What do you think of alkaline water? I think alkaline water is good to have and store, but not in large quantities. I know there's a lot of people that drink it religiously, almost like it's the elixir of life. But at a certain point, your body's going to need certain nutrients, and the alkaline water does not have those nutrients in it. It's focused on the alkaline itself. If you might as well be drinking, like trying to make customized waters that match your pH balance. I'm of the how do I say this? I'm a bit of a George Collins guy, and you need to be eating dirt. It's kids are a lot tougher. The kids that played until the streetlights came on and that was time to go home. The kids that were out after dark on the weekends causing problems. The kids that worked all summer. At a tire factory. You know what I'm saying? They worked in a garage during the summer, just cleaning up, and there's rudimentary things. There's just dirt and grime. Those are the kids. Those are the people that are going to live to be 100 freaking years old. Those are the people that didn't have a problem with the whole thing that we needed the jab for. Those are the kids that are going to turn into adults that are going to be healthy and strong and have robust immune systems. And everybody's kind of looking for that elixir of life right now. And reality is you have to be out in the world doing the things that are not sanitized if you want to be healthy. So, and if you are already unhealthy because you haven't done those things, then I would start to look at your diet. I would look at maybe a cleanse if it's healthy for you, no longer than 3 days. And I would probably start looking at an exercise I call push-aways. You eat like to the size of your stomach, and then you push away. Americans, I do it all the time, guys. I am not perfect in any way, shape, or form. I like to eat, but you have to regulate your body weight because your body can only support so much body weight. And if you don't, then you're going to die young. You're going to die early. And when you die, you're going to be unhappy. And we want everybody to stick around as long as possible. So, little dirt never hurt. Like it. I'm going to put a T up. Now you can have that one, Georgie. I'm going to make mud pies. There you go, Kate. Or is it KT? Kate. Yeah. It's just that easy. Okay, so we are running out of time. Let's go ahead and cover this. Grumpy Acres just shows up. The show's got 8 minutes left in it, Grumpy, and you just showed up. You know it starts at 10 a.m. Eastern, right? You know that, right? Come on. Okay. We're going to go a little longer because I do have a video that I wanted to show you guys. And then after that, we're going to go over some tinfoil hat stuff. Let me go ahead and switch the screen there. So I'm big on the YouTube channel. What are you guys talking about? User 78484886. This is your TikTok prison number. User 78484886686519. Get a real name so I can call you by your name and we can be friends. Yes, it takes like 10 seconds on your phone, Do it, man. Everybody will love you a little bit more for it. Okay, so let's go ahead and I've got the transition screen up. And I've never set it up. Do it now. No, don't do it now. Just Ronnie. Yep, Ronnie. Get your shit in one bag, man. Love you. All right, sir. And I call everybody, man. It's synonymous. That way I don't have to go, I identify as. All right, where are we at here? I call this the Daily Chop. Because what I do is I find some of these videos out here that are pertinent. And I take out all their stuff where they're trying to sell you stuff. I believe that these guys, this is Johnny Bravo. You guys know who Johnny is. And he says a lot of really, really smart stuff, covers a lot of information. But I chop out all his, like, looking at bars and graphs and trying to sell you his stuff. And so you can get the information. And it's normally pretty good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and switch my screen now. Boom. There's old Johnny's screen right there. I thought Wednesday he goes for 2 hours. Damn it, Dog and Ball. You had to say something, didn't you? Okay. I will go as long as I can. I will go as long as I can. I wanted to get some lawn mowed, but you know what? I don't really want to do it. I'd rather just sit here and talk. So, all right, let's watch some Johnny Bravo, guys. We're gonna push the play button now. I'm gonna make the screen big for everybody to see. There we go. I got that nice big screen there. And where's the play button at? Come on, man. Why is it down there? That's weird. I can't get to the play. Son of a bitch. Why is that there? Weird. All right, hold on a second. I got to push a button here. We're just going to push play, and then we're going to go big.
How there's
there
just
we
some
go.
days where you
Now
just know that something
Turn this mic
really
off so you don't get
bad
double
is going to
reverberations.
happen. I know the markets aren't selling off right now, although my Bitcoin prediction did fall perfectly. I will show you that. But when you have Bloomberg saying this is a Lehman Brothers moment, and how about a 1.5, not million, not billion, but a $1 trillion margin call? Where'd I leave my money? And what is happening with Russia and Europe? And I know, politicians are like, Russia will pay the price. Someone's going to be paying a $1.5 trillion price. And who's going to pay that price? The people, right? When you get your bill, your energy bill, you're like, that's a lot of money. And that's a lot of money that I don't have. So what are you going to do? You're going to light that pitchfork on fire and you're going to take to the streets. And also September, big month, also big year, also big 50 years. We have the Shemitah, we got the Jubilee, yay, no debt. And we have Rosh Hashanah, and we have what do you have happened in 1971? Well, let me just tell you, 50 years ago to now, not good. A 250% productivity increase. Compensation not. I mean, basically, the whole world ended in 1971. Charts, I can go. Trade, income, gone. We went off of, you see, we had this, what's Fred saying? Oh, yes, 50 years decline in wages. Well, that is because we went from real money, to real physical gold. Otherwise, you can't print your currency. Well, Tricky Dick decided, we don't need that. And from that day on, the hamster wheel be a cranking. It's also called WTF in 1971.com. If you want to check it out, both spouses working. I could just go on, and this page goes forever. Really interesting. I've used this before. What was this? Oh, yeah. Hey, how about some of these things? How about a new house for $25,000? That's great. Actually, my mom bought her house in California, Southern California, for $18,000. Unbelievable. Look at these things. How about how would you like your rent to be $150? That would be great. How about food? Bacon, 80 cents per pound. I'm in Texas, y'all, in HEB. Got to support you Canadians, right? Oh, well, boy, it jumped up a little bit. $13.38 a pound. So what we're witnessing, at the beginning, what we're witnessing is everything is about to break. See, the hamster wheel that we're spinning on, real hard. Well, the wheel's going to fall off. And also, just to let you know, endings usually end with a big bang. Like, everything's great, the roaring 20s, right? Woo, we're so rich, everything's so great. And then all of a sudden it goes from it's amazing, it's great, to it's really bad. So now you are starting to witness the really bad. Europe's Lehman, multiple governments. See, the governments are like, we'll fix this. This is easy. And whenever a government tries to solve a problem, they will make it 10 times worse. You got a cold, lock them down. 2 weeks. Oops. Problem not solved. Are offering, credit lines, loans to help. Or how about if we just cancel everyone's debt? Yes. Jubilee, man. We'll start with student loan debt. $1 trillion. Poof. Also, just to let you know, that is highly inflationary. They just destroyed over $1 trillion of money. Because if you followed this channel for long enough, you know that debt is money. And when you see politicians come out and say, this is the Inflation Reduction Act, usually everything's opposite. And also, if you got really confused, how is debt money? Well, let me first by saying, no, this is money, okay? It's real. You hold it, you can put it in your pocket. That's money. But we decided this really cool invention. Maynard Keynes, I was going to say Edward, but his name is Maynard Keynes, said, why don't we use debt as money? And I will explain it in under 10 seconds. Here we go. You walk into a bank that has no money in it. You're their first customer, and you're like, I want $1 million. They say, sure. Poof, 1 million. And they go onto their little computer and they say, oh, you owe us $1 million. And it goes right into your account. And if you want to know where they got that money from, nowhere. It just created right out of existence, or created right into existence. I know, crazy, right? And then it shows up as an asset to the bank and a liability to you because you promised to pay over 30 years that money back with interest. That's money. Now, if for some reason they write it on a sheet of paper and it says 1 million and you go take it to another bank and you deposit it, then that bank has $1 million, your bank $1 million, everyone has millions. It's like Oprah Winfrey, you got $1 million, you got it. Oh, well, except for the people that are getting margin. Oh, hold on. Margin call. Oopsies. $1.5 trillion. And we say these things like it's nothing, like 1 trillion. It's a lot. You couldn't even count to 1 billion if you tried right now for the rest of your life. It's that big. 1 trillion is unthinkable. But now we're just like, oh, it's a quadrillion. It's a megatrillion, whatever. Exchange requirements to secure trades is sucking up capital. When the Fed's tightening. Oh, do I see a problem? Yes. We are going to have, here, hold on, a liquidity problem. We don't have any liquidity. We need what's called pristine collateral. And it's going poof, right off the balance sheet. And if just by circumstance, you want to know what happened in '08, we ran out of liquidity. The banks are like, what do we do? They're looking around. You have capital? You have pristine capital? No bills? Bonds? No? System locked up. Well, that is until the Fed goes, oh, let's use the keyboard and push in digits. And we're going to call them Chuck E. Cheese tokens, also known as reserves. You want to know where they got those magical reserves? Right out of thin air. And it'll probably be the same method for the CBDC. They're like, they push digits. And they're like, look, we just created money. Zoltan, when this plays out, it's not going to be good, you guys. You're going to need to learn this. This is what the New World Order will look like after Europe's Minsky moment, where 2 trillion, I'll scroll down, 2 trillion of German value, depends on how much, 20 billion. And in my book, reading lines is a lot easier than trying to read words, as Putin pushed Europe into an inflationary depression and currency collapse. That's not good. But before this ever happened, before this all went to ink or went on the interwebs, the charts were telling you something bad is going to happen. And I'm telling you, something even more worser is going to happen. Like, we have just begun. This is the start. The roller coaster is just like, oop, here we go. Buckle up, buttercup. And I've been telling you that people with a lot of money have been preparing. They not only prepare, and I'm not talking just, a few cans of food. I'm talking about land away from everyone, from the rich to whoever, because we know what's gonna happen. Something's gonna break, and it's breaking. And actually, what's really bad? When these guys try to find places in space, they're like, get me off this planet. But I also want, for those of you that remain on this planet, I need you to understand you can make a heck of a lot of paper trading money on the way down. And I think a lot of people missed it on the way up, because when it cleared that 200, I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. But I think it just takes people time in their brains. It's like, well, I don't know about it, and then you're like, oh, dang it, I'm too late. And then I said, okay, this is what's going to happen. We're going to fall below the 200. That's when you learn where the short button is, okay? And we make money on the way down. And then it's going to go back above the 200. Man, 12 numbers that show that we're getting dangerously close to what? An economic crash. The fall of 2022 approaches. I wonder how many things I could count that are telling you this is going. No, we're going to bounce. Well, I thought today would be a bounce. That was crazy. We're on that 9, usually 10 times out of 10, the 9 count on the NASDAQ. We're like 9, 10, 11. There is like no relief. You have heard me say over and over again, what we are witnessing right now reminds me of 2008, and all remember what happened in the fall of 2008. Yep, we all fell. And this article sounds just like me. We appear to be on the precipice, I say that right, of another economic crash. Correct, check. And all of the solutions, that our leaders give us seem to make things even worse. Yep, correct, check. And looking at some of the 12, let's see how many of the 12 I agree. The government is telling us that unemployment went up by 3.7. I have to laugh. John Williams, I had long conversation with John. Good guy. He shadow stats. He crunches the numbers that they used to use, the same stats. Now they use different ones, like BLS, just remove the L, BS. About half of the U.S. companies say that they will be eliminating jobs. I see that could be a problem. The government is telling us that the inflation, say stick it in front of the 8, so that would be more like 18%. At one company, the number of Americans taking out short-term loans for groceries has nearly doubled. Yep, my friend, we are all broke. 1 out of every 5 home sellers in the United States dropped their asking price. There goes the real estate bubble. But no, Bravo, the house is next to me. And about 20% lower this July. Yep, one recent survey found that almost 4 million Americans believe that they could be evicted from their homes. Will be, according to the National Energy Assistance Director. 20 million U.S. households are currently behind on their energy bills. Dow Jones Industrial Average has fallen for 3 weeks in a row. And then coming in at 12, a whopping 2,150 corporate executives sold all their shares. No, just follow the Fed. When they sell, you sell. When Elon sells, you sell. But then you need to know to sell, okay? You buy, you sell, and then you sell again because you're going to make money on the way down. But that article didn't even go over like all the other bazillions of things that it's all right in front of us. And I will tell you that politicians won't fix this. That they're not going to solve it. They're going to make it worse. But whatever you do not fall into the trap of buying cardboard and holding it up saying, get him out of office. It's like you're on the Titanic, right? Take the life preserver. Let's all not complain about the captain of the ship. Okay? They're not going to fix it. You are going to have to save yourself. Stop complaining, put in the work, start paddling, and I will see you tomorrow. You know how there's just some days where you just know that something really bad is going to happen?
I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, YouTube. Blah, 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 blah. I'm an idiot. Thank you, Tracy. I don't know. It's normally 20 to 30 second delay on the YouTube. But anyway, everybody's like, Mike. Who the fuck is Mike? But anyway, about, I don't know, once every couple of months, I'll let her color it for me. I just go right to the $1.25 tree. We get that $1.25 worth of. Thank you, Tracy. And she'll color it for me and make it like the more natural brown that I have right there. But yeah, I'm letting it in there. It's got to do with age. It's just gray hair is all it is. Maybe it does have something to do with gray. All right, so let's see. Maybe it's time for a little bit of shit. Oh, I got some red blinky stuff going on with my internet. So you guys may start see some kind of buffering. It is flashing red and green. There it goes. Boom. Let's see. It just looks like it's settled. Good stuff. Have to keep an eye on that right there. Nope, there it goes again. You guys may experience some buffering. You may see that spinny wheel of death on your screen, maybe. It's not good. This is not good. At least we got to watch your cat. Hey, Connie, what's going on, man? Let's see here. All right, so a little bit of shameless self-promotion. If you are not a member of the Patreon, you should be. Why? Because for $3 a month, this is what you get. Let's go ahead and click that right there. Daily posts, articles, tips from the local prepper. Exclusive live streams and video content. Do it all the time. Access to Patreon-only chat rooms. This is the place to be, you guys. If you're looking for some place to talk to people that understand and will help you with everything that you're doing, that is like, will address what you want to do as far as your preparedness in an adult, common sense matter and give you those tips and tricks, this is the place to be. Access to the Patreon voice channel. Every Friday, we do a 7:30 p.m. Eastern voice call where everybody comes in and we all just start talking. And sometimes we're just smoking cigars and drinking adult libations and learning each other's names, and they're getting their background. You know what I'm saying? And finding these people that aren't just a frickin' hashtag, that aren't just a profile name, and becoming a community. And that's where we do that stuff. Email response within 24 hours. You send me an email, you're going to get a response within 24 hours, if not like within minutes. Where we got a digital preparedness kit. You're going to get a beginning prepper seminar. You're going to get the preparedness assessment, which is very important, which bad Patreon. I literally told them, have you guys done the preparedness assessment yet? And they're like, what? Yeah, it's in the library. It says do this first. And then they had to go and do it. It was like a little bit of homework they got thrown at them. Emergency communications guide, evacuation planning, bug out bag assessment and recommendation. Not a single person has taken me up on this, so they must be really, really freaking good. And then the online and offline preppers library, which is ginormous, and I add to it every time I find something really cool. Purify water. I mean, it's pretty much has everything inside of it. I missed the memo, Viking Queen. If you missed the memo, go to localprepper.net. Go to support the channel and find the Patreon link and click it right now. All right, so we're going to go ahead and close that out, and we're going to go back to, that's not the right one. Where's, no, I want this one. No. All right, stop it. Just stop it. There we go. And then, all right, so we're going to cover turning your off-grid home into a fortress after we go through something somebody sent me. Now, one of the problems that we run into, sleeps like this. I just woke her up. Thank you. This is like her favorite position in the whole world. I don't understand why. She absolutely loves to hang upside down and act like she's dying. It's hilarious, but she loves it. Anyway, we're going to talk about this here in a minute, but what I want to talk about first is somebody sent me a video. Like I said, obviously the YouTubers can watch, so let's watch this for a second.
They're going to go back home, so they want to help them as much so that they're never just walking out of here and feeling that they're going back onto the street. They've worked with them throughout the process here to help them adjust to this new world order.
What is happening? Does this look like your friendly neighborhood Walmart to you?
Hey, America, everybody needs to stand up for their rights and demand. What the fuck are they doing up here?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause that. All the YouTubers are telling me that my adopted daughter got an email from FEMA to apply for a job. Weird. Yeah, that is weird. For those of you that don't know, the internet is acting weird. Send that message out to the YouTubers. It says that flashing red. It does not want me to continue to transmit, but we're going to just see if we can't wait it out just a little bit. We're going to continue, and it turned great. Well, this may be a no-go, guys. This may be a you're dying here. Yeah, it's down to 0 kbs. It is not transmitting at all right now. Son of a... Jesus Christ. Excuse my French. Yeah. All right, guys. The internet has been acting weird lately, too. I got you, Devin. Mine is just doing some weird stuff, and I may not have the juice to continue the live stream, to be honest with you. Put the cat down here real quick. Yep. 322. All right, comes and goes. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening, guys. Basically, there's a it can tell me. I don't know you guys have ever seen this before. I'll tell you what. Let's do. I will show you guys what it looks like. You should now be seeing this down here. I can actually see what's happening, and it's going from green to red to yellow to green to red to yellow. And this is how I know what I'm transmitting. As long as that stays above 2,000, then we're normally good to go. But after that, it's a problem. So I guess now that I'm showing off the internet and its failures, it's like, oh, don't do that. We're gonna work. We're gonna work. All right. So here's what I'll tell you. I will continue to broadcast as long as my internet will do what it's supposed to be doing. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that back on there. We're gonna play that out, and I want you guys to see this. All right, what's going on? I just got here. We've been covered. Misunderstood 24/7. Oh my God. The internet and cell in Florida has been acting up for 2 weeks. Bad. We've been talking about a lot misunderstood. We're literally we're an hour and 17 minutes into the broadcast, and we've been talking about a lot of different subjects. Right now, we're kind of talking about a little bit of tinfoil hat stuff. Obviously, on the TikTok side, you'll just have to listen. But the title of this video I'm about to play is called FEMA Death Camps. And we're going to talk about it afterwards because there's a lot to digest here, and I want people to like understand what's being thrown at them. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to go ahead and push the play button, and everybody just listen, and YouTube obviously watch because you're set. Here we go.
They're never going to go back home, so they want to help them as much so that they're never just walking out of here and feeling like they're going back onto the street. They work with them throughout the process here to help them adjust to this new world order that they're going to be living in after this.
You've found yourself some shelter here.
We're going to talk about it, Heather.
Why are you outside during this entire hurricane?
It's a little stupid.
Well, I chose not to go inside yesterday because the Salvation Army and Russian Wind's homeless shelter where they were accepting people were caught killing everybody that was in there.
I'm at the neighborhood Walmart in San Jose, California. This is what it has become. I did not want to believe it, but it's happening. Does this look like your friendly neighborhood Walmart to you?
Hey, America, everybody needs to stand up for their rights and demand. What the fuck are they doing up here?
There's a storm coming and it can't be stopped. FEMA camps are being prepped in every major city. Superstores are being turned into death factories surrounded by razor wire. Mass graves are being set up across the country. These sites will become the final resting place for millions of Americans. So why isn't the news talking about this? What happens when you put FEMA camps and mass graves together? You get genocide. They are preparing a genocide, ladies and gentlemen. The footage doesn't lie. When are people going to wake up? People are seeing these death camps go up across the country. What you're looking at here isn't about Republican versus Democrat. It isn't about black versus white. It's about mass murder. And everybody out there is going to be a future victim. The ruling elite have made the situation perfectly clear. You are going to be eliminated. One way or another, they are coming for you. Today, it's a silent war. They're poisoning the food, the air, the water. But in the days to come, this war is going hot. And when it does, they've got the infrastructure in place for a genocide. Everyone knows the end is near. They can see it for themselves. And this is what's going on in every major city. One way or another, this cult of death is going to make the Georgia Guidestones happen. Now, some people out there are clinging to the dream that somehow they'll be on the winning team. Repeat after me. You are not the 1%. You will not survive what's coming unless you begin waking up everyone around you. Quit letting the television control your mind. These people on television are not going to save you. Not one of them is talking to you about what you're looking at here. Instead, they're trying to divide us by selling us lies while plotting our demise. You've been living a dream, Neo, and that dream is about to become a nightmare. Companies like Google are about to spawn AI, Skynet, Terminators, and the like. It's going to be Judgment Day, and it's going to catch everyone by surprise. The TV is not your friend. They're selling you lies while plotting your demise. If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
they're never going to go back home. So they want to help them as much.
Okay,
so
so
here's
why I showed that video. Somebody sent that to me, and they asked me what I thought about it. And I look at things in different perspectives, and I always try to go well beyond the headline. You know, it's very easy to watch these things and get really, really spun up on. And what I like to do is try to bring an alternate perspective that might give people the chance to take a breath. Okay, the first thing I did was I went to this person's TikTok page. Okay, the video that they published was they published it on.
They're never going to go back
12
home.
hours
So they
ago.
want
They
to help
published
them
this
as much.
video 12 hours ago. Okay, well, if you're looking
They're
at
never going to
this,
go back home. So they want to help them as
pause. There you go. If you're looking at this, this is footage from Katrina. Now, everybody, tell me when Katrina happened. Okay, and let's just let that sink in. So why did that video get shown at the very beginning? To catch your attention, for dramatic effect, to get clicks. Okay, there is no doubt that FEMA has set up things in the past. Okay, let's just go ahead and get right off of this. You know what, is there a mute? There's not a mute button. Yeah, there is. It's right there. We're going to play this until I see something relevant. They have set up things. If you remember, they actually set up that camp up in, I think it was Washington State, that was all over the internet. And this is how where they're going to take this. Back when they thought they were going to like start locking people up that didn't get the shot. Do you guys remember what happened to that? Yeah, no one does, but it kind of just disappeared because the old 2A will definitely stop things from happening. We're going to pause it right there. 2A will definitely stop the foolishness from happening. Underground tunnels under Wally World. I don't think that that's true for all of them. I think that the ones that were found were more than enough. I do think that Walmart has enough infrastructure to provide those types of things to the government as in a teamwork manner. But I think we need to just take a deep breath because a lot of these things can easily and very logically be explained away. Now those tunnels, I saw the video, man, and those videos just kind of poof, they just kind of disappear off the internet. I saw the video. You could see the tunnels. You could see the trucks going into the tunnels. So trying to deny that they don't exist would be foolish. Why they're there? Well, listen. It would be logical for the U.S. government to set up things like that so that they could protect the amount of people that they would protect. And obviously there would be a number, and telling people about them and creating lotteries or whatever it is would only create panic and problems. It's best that they don't talk about it but have a plan. Okay? You guys be nice. You guys be nice or I'll make your screens change. This is a nice place. This is not a pointy place. I do all the knife jabbing around here. No one else. Okay. So, huge tunnel system, Kansas City, Missouri. Yep. Exactly true. Exactly true. Hey, what's going on, Sam? About damn time you showed up. Sam, you want to go to Tennessee? You want to go to Tennessee in October? Message me somehow. We might need your help, but I don't know just yet. All right, let's see. Are they talking about the pole shift? No, we are not talking about the pole shift. All right, so we're talking about tinfoil hats. No! Okay, don't then. Okay, so anyway, if you're looking at the screen, they're showing a picture of an empty outdoored Walmart area, or where they would like put all the outdoor stuffs, you know, the ones that's on the end of every single Walmart on the planet, you know. Why is it every time a prepper is wrong, they refuse to admit it? 29 days. Aaron, have you actually taken the time to look at the video that I produced on day 0? It's the only one that's pinned. Go ahead and take a step back, pull your head out of your butt and then go to my only pinned video on my profile and watch that, and then come back and watch some more. I mean, I know your screen changed because I still love you, but we don't deal with arrogant people here. We don't deal with those people that are like, ha-ha, in your face. We're trying to make it logical, maybe grow the fuck up. Anywho, have a nice day. And you don't want to be on the list, because then you go bye-bye off of TikTok permanently. It's called a permaban, if you guys didn't know that. Look it up. All right, so these are pictures of FEMA death cams and the screens. And basically, you know, when they're closing up a Walmart, one of the things that they want to do, and I'm not going to say this to justify what you're saying. What I'm going to say is look at it from a different perspective. So when they close these Walmarts up, Walmart's, you know, they had this plan, Walmart had, and then what they wanted to do is about every 15 miles around a city, they wanted to have a Walmart, different types. Is it a super Walmart? Is it a regular Walmart? Is it just a Walmart grocery that really isn't truly ever just a grocery store? Anyway, so that was their plan. And when they close these Walmarts up in certain areas, what they want to do is they want to protect the brick and mortar investment that they have. So what they'll do is they'll board up all the windows, and on the exterior where it's all fenced in, where they would normally keep like the soil and rocks and plants and stuff like that, they will actually put wire across the top of it. And it's I guess that triggered a bunch of people that didn't want to look at it from more than one perspective. Yeah, they'll actually, believe it or not, they'll actually hollow out these Walmarts and then lease the interior of the Walmarts to police departments so that they can do some type of training inside of there. So there are other things that are happening other than, hey, it looks like a prison. You know, I mean, if you'd have labeled it FEMA death camp and you'd have showed me people inside of this fence, and yeah. If you'd actually shown somebody going into one of these things, I would probably be like, we probably need to take a harder look at that. But since no video of that has ever existed, yeah. We're just going to take a deep breath on that one. General Joe, I love you, man. I love you, but I got to make your screen change, because thanks for showing up. We can be friends, but you're just going to have to watch in the corner where you belong. Have a great day. So backstory for Joe Bob. Oh my God, is that not a hillbilly name or what? I mean, your teeth are probably worse than mine. When I was 17 years old, before I joined the Marine Corps, I got sucker punched by a guy in a hallway, and he broke both of my teeth. And over the years, they'd been fixed here and there, but you know, I was in the military, so it was free. But it always was going to take more time than it was necessary. And when you're operational, you don't spend a lot of time in the United States. So little temporaries here, temporaries there, they'd always fall out. And so at this point, now after, you know, I've been retired for several years now, 13 years of DOD service, and then another 20 years in the Marine Corps. Just never, they don't stay. So I was like, whatever, we're done. So now you know why the good old preppers got jacked up teeth. So, yeah, Joe Bob, have a Coke and a smile. You know the rest. Joe Bob doesn't know what it means, Gene. Don't worry about it, Gene. Joe Bob doesn't know what it means. Joe Bob's just running his suck, being the little troll that they are. They're just waiting for TikTok to take their account down, you know. Let's see here. So let's go ahead and finish up on the, we're going to finish up on, see if we can find something else out here. They're just screaming, and this looks like a prison. And hey, do you notice in the picture how all the external stuff is actually boarded up or wired up so that you can't see inside there? Well, yeah, because that's where they put all the fancy stuff, you know, like grills and stuff like that. I mean, come on. You know, it's you have to take it with a grain of salt. Now, the last thing I'll do is I'll go back to this person's profile. Let's see. Where we got here? Our calendar year is a lie. Mill Lab Super Soldiers, The Art of Confusion. What else we got here? The Red Shoe Club. Yeah, so basically this guy doesn't make videos. He makes snippets of other things and puts titles on them that will get you to click on his stuff. Now, unfortunately, and I don't know him. I don't know who Lucid Shots is, but I can tell you right now that it's not really doing much. It's not, taking down a 44K, open up your mind. Comparison is the killer of all joy. I'm just going to say that the tinfoil hat is probably on a little bit too tight on this one, and that there's more than likely no food, no water, and no protection inside their home. I'm just going to go on a limb and say that. If you know Lucid Shots, get back with me. Maybe we can set something up and have an adult conversation, but we'll see what happens. Let's see here. We got some stuff going on over here on the YouTube side. Let's see if that was my side or yours. We're talking FEMA Zone 4 here. We have to meet up where we get locked up into camp and other Zone 4 in chat. I'm still seeing you on YouTube. That's weird. It's working for me. All right, definitely coming and going. What's the name of the video? The name of that video is, it doesn't have a name. It is copy link. And right there. Boom. And I want to thank the person who... Oh, goddamn, that's my emoji generator. Hold on a second. Boom. There you go. Now you got that link. But like I said, I would say that this is just clickbait. It's there's no real effort into these videos other than finding somebody else's videos and then frickin' putting text to them for dramatic stuff. Let's see. So we're going to go ahead and get off of that because that's honestly not kind of really worth our time. I know about this for a while now. Underground tunnels. They pulled those videos pretty quickly, maybe to ship food to Wally World Underground so the trucks don't get looted when food. I mean, that's logical. That's logical, Window Liquor. Window Liquor says maybe the tunnels are to ship food to Wally World Underground so the trucks don't get looted when the food gets scarce. I mean, that's logical. But when the food gets scarce, why would they want to ship it anywhere? They would want to have it for themselves. My son was in the Army over 10 years ago and sent me all the info on the FEMA camps. Gotcha, Melody. I just realized I've been following LB for about 90 days. Time flies. Thank you, JB. I appreciate it. Yeah, JB, you've been floating in and out, and then you finally decided to be a patron. Got smart, man. You got smart. FEMA does lease buildings for natural disasters. Very true. Right, talking about the teeth. Let's see here. Black Wolf Survival shows up, and it's in capitals. You don't go ayo, 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 ayo. You go heyo, like that. Let's see here. I was thinking about clickbait 2. Monkey Works was watching camps and couldn't confirm people in them. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Monkey Works. A lot of people. Listen, man. Let me. If you're on YouTube, you're gonna say Monkey Works. Let's see. What is it? Let's go track flights. Let's do that. And then a website's gonna come up called Flight Aware, and we're gonna click on that. Do you have a Mama Bear? I do have a podcast. The link is in the bio. But what I will tell you is that I've tried to upload to it. But the videos that I make are too big to upload to it in even the video form. So I'm trying. It's just, it takes a lot of time to do things. All right, so back to old Monkey Works now. Oh, look, I just did it. Look. Now I'm Monkey Works, and I'm going to look at the flights. Let's go down here. Let's go down to Fayetteville, and because Fayetteville is the home of Fort Bragg. And then let's see what's flying around Fort. There's Fayetteville itself, and let's see if we can find Fort Bragg. Well, looky, there's an airfield right there. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, so now we're just going to hang out here, and we're going to look for anything that moves, and then say that it's something. Oh, there's a plane over here. What is that? N4X, that's not military. What's that? No, that's not military. That's not military. Oh, right. C-150. Look at that. Just found me a military airplane, and it took off from Keaton'sville, and now it's going to fly in this direction. And yeah, so not to poke fun at the guy, but that's monkey works. That it's all subjective. It's all 100% subjective, and it's just not. It's not good. There you go, Sacred Text, and you said shalom and good day, so you must have came over from Bear Independent, and I appreciate that. I watch Bear, I listen to what he has to say. Sometimes he goes out in the left field, but we have to remember that he is a businessman. No, I do not turn off the video after he starts talking about his business. I listen. He's got good kit. He's probably got some of the best kit I've ever seen before, with the exception of the whole survival bucket fiasco. Yeah. Let's see. That's what they are pushing for, Jack. Gotcha. There's going to be a war, U.S. versus U.S., and UN will come in soon after. What's your opinion? Jack, my opinion on that is no. I'm going to change my screen here because we're going to do a little opinion piece. No. Listen, if you believe for a second that the UN is going to come in and do something, who's the UN? The UN Army? The UN does have some forces, but they don't have what it takes to take down America. Statistically, the math itself for the amount of citizenry that has or owns at least one firearm would obliterate them in a heartbeat. So the UN is never going to do anything to us. It's never going to happen. You remember when the UN tried to pass a resolution that said that the U.S. had to give up all of its guns? Do you remember that? That's an agenda that still exists. Okay, but here's the thing: we don't have to play by their rules. Our Constitution keeps our people from doing stupid things. Now they can take it off the White House. They can say it's a living document. They can do all sorts of stuff. But you know what? People are not going to give up their guns. If anybody thinks for a second, H.R. 1808, if anybody thinks for a second that U.S. citizenry is going to give up their guns, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. There are too many people that understand that the second you do that, the government will run ramshot over you. It's already bad enough that we have let our government do this, that we have let our government got so big and so bloated, and we have all the people that are in power have deferred or given their power to these lower unelected officials. It's pretty sickening. And those people think that they're safe. They're not safe. They're not safe at all. And they should probably know that. What they should also know is that what they're doing is wrong. It's un-American. It's unconstitutional. And no one's going to let them go any further than that line right there. The second they try to do something about the Second Amendment, you're going to have a problem. And, I've been thinking about making a video about this. I was actually doing some screenshots. And people keep talking, the left is talking. I'm going to do this video today. The sun is coming out. I have to mow. God dang it. Yes, we do contribute to the UN force. UN peacekeepers, yes. But here's the thing. Those people out on the fringe are using the terms civil war. And it's getting out of control. They're talking. The people that would be part of that on the other side would be acting, not talking. That's all these people do is they talk. They want to spin up their base. Every time one of these people run their suck. I remember there was this video floating around, and yes, it's a very mean video, but it's a perfect way to give you a mental visual of the way things work in the real world when you talk about left versus right and civil war. Okay, so this video was of this. You could tell that was probably like a college town on the weekend, or you know, maybe it was a spring break thing or something like that. But it was in a bar. It was a security video, right? And some of you may remember this video. But anyway, there's this little girl, and I say girl, woman. She was at least 18. Obviously, she was in the bar. Maybe she was 21. But she was clearly inebriated and felt as if everything that she was saying was more important than everybody else and that she was going to get her way. And she walks up to the bar, and there's this row of dudes at the bar just drinking by themselves. And she starts running her suck and telling people how it's going to be, and she just was totally attention driven. And once again, this is not sexist, this is not ageist, this is an example of what would happen if the left were to try and go against the right. This dude turns around, average sized dude, maybe a little more muscular than usual, and she just starts talking to him and putting her fingers in his face and telling him the way things were going to be. And just like that, the guy hit her so hard, she flew back about 4 feet. And he turned around, and he continued to drink. And everybody just kind of like continued to drink. And that's exactly what it would be like if a civil war happened. Now, I believe that more logically, more realistically, this whole Civil War thing, this is, let me end the whole Civil War controversy. This is the left scared out of their frickin' minds and are now talking out of their asses and saying anything they can to maintain their rallies, the rally at their base. Now, there's only one problem with this. You know, did you know two is made out of? I don't know what that means, Turtles. I don't know what that means. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to Google something for you guys. Rules for radicals. And now rules for radicals is, and we're just going to go down here. We're just going to go down to the old Wikipedia, man. And rules for radicals is a book that was written some time ago, but it's the let me change the screen so YouTube people can see it. This is these are the rules that the left is following, and what they keep doing is this right here. Rule number 11. If you push a negative hard and deep enough, it will break through into its counter side, which means if you tell a lie long enough and hard enough, it somehow becomes fact. This is based on the principle that everyone's positive has its negative. Now, the problem is that over time, this has worn out its welcome. It literally, its own little rule actually destroyed its own little rule. And the reason is because everybody's getting pretty savvy to the bull that's being slung. You're going to see the memes, you're going to see the videos, you want to, okay, remember, we got all the guns. You know, I even made a joke about it the other day here. It's like, you know, this girl who was doing the mouthpiece thing on TikTok, and she was just like, you guys know you're messing with people who have all the guns. Now, I don't like to fall back on that, but that is a dose of reality. If anybody believes that there's 51% of America that actually agreed with all this bull, then you may have a mental disorder. Nobody agreed to the inflation. Nobody agreed to the immigration problem. And I know these are talking points you'll hear on the right, but these are facts. These are the facts that you're seeing in all the a vast majority of the westernized countries in Europe. These are all the same problems. And they're breaking their own rules for radicals are now destroying them from within. They're just scared. Now, here's what I think. I have shelf. I keep stuff on it. Okay, Turtles. I hope so. Guns equal family. I'll protect my family with my family. I got you. Yeah, absolutely. But here's the thing, guys. What we have to do is we have to remember that, you know, they're talking about they don't understand what a civil war is. They just think it's going to be them against the world. They think it's going to be their beliefs against our beliefs. They think that that's what the Civil War in the United States was actually all about. And I would ask them to go and please revisit that history and not what you think it is. That's what I call forced government. Yeah, that's true. But I honestly believe when the breaking point comes, and hopefully it never will. But, well, I won't say that either, because part of me wants there to be something to happen a little bit more. I mean, if the time comes for me to ruck up, then I will. It's not like I don't know how to do it. But the better choice is for the people to overwhelmingly vote these people out of office and then make it so that this can never happen again. That's the smart thing. Oh, somebody's in the members chat. Hold on. Okay, good morning, Gator Starters. Good morning. Good morning to you. Here we go. And good morning. Okay. So that's best case scenario. Okay, worst case scenario is they do something so unbelievably crazy, and it's enough to rally the nation to remove them. That's the worst case scenario, because then it's opened up to all sorts of questions. I don't believe that we have that kind of time. Kaylee, we have all sorts of time. We have all sorts of time. The far left is embedded deep from years of misjudgment. Yes, FTR, Fister Bullet. You're absolutely, they are. But here's the thing. They are people, and they have families. And if all of the people who were causing these problems were to be removed, then they would very quickly go, oh, shit. Maybe it's time to shut the hell up and just do my job. And of course, there'll be radicals. They're always, it's like when Trump took over. There was a leak every frickin' day from some douchebag who thought that they were supporting the world. In reality, all they were doing is violating the terms of their contracts. So I just wanted my old house owners to know I buried dead things in the yards. Shut up, Turtle. That's hilarious, but shut up. Anyway, let me get back to the YouTube chat here. There we go. That means they would have to read a book. Yeah, I mean, it happens, Ronan. What are you going to do, You're a strange dude. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you? I would say that I'm just an average American worried about their country and worried about the fact that no one should have to pay $78 for 4 bags of food. Yeah. It shouldn't be happening. 0. No chance. It should not be happening. But it is happening because people that have been elected are making decisions that are either not in line with the Constitution or against the best interests of the citizenry. It's that easy. I mean, there's no way around it. I'm happy to be here on the side of the majority of veterans. I got you. I mean, no one. It's like they're just lined up and throat punching us every day with some new thing to take away a piece of our freedom, a little nibble here and a little nibble there, all in the name of that's not good for you or we know better. And it's like, come on, man, I'm in my 50s. You don't know better than what I know about my life, and I know how I want to live my life, and the Constitution says that I'm allowed to do that. And actually, those aren't even the right words. The Constitution says that I can do that, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's what the Constitution says. Yeah, Tree Frog, you're right. Government never moves fast. That's why I got out of the government. Good morning from Kansas. Good morning, Jennifer. They want that so we react and fight. Jay, yeah, exactly. Listen, if you guys, it's the whole Mar-a-Lago thing, guys. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be like the great Russia collusion crap. Nothing's going to be found. It's all going to be bullshit. When the special master is done, the FBI will have no case there is no case. There's no case, guys. There's nothing. If this is giant nothing burger, it's a giant distraction is all it is. MSNBC has been nothing but orange man bad since Trump came down the escalator. And why? Because he is radical change that takes away all of their power to control us. You know, will he run again? I have no idea. I don't really care. I know somebody's going to run, somebody's going to win. Because there's no way that the red wave is not so freaking huge. And when I say red wave, I mean there's a giant independent wave pushing up the red wave, because the independents are very important. You know, I listened to a Democrat yesterday, and I'm going to talk about this just a little bit, but it's going to go in that he said that he only sees 4 parties. Okay, so this is the mental, and this guy is actually pretty intelligent. He only sees 4 parties right now. Okay, he says you have the MAGA Republicans, you have the mainstream conservative representatives, you have the progressive Democrats, and then you have the moderate Democrats. And I'm saying to myself, there's actually 3 real parties, right? 3 parties that actually could like hold office. You literally just ignored the independents who determine who is elected in every single election. So he literally just defined where their lack of logic is on these matters. And it's like if you know somebody's insane, if you know somebody's got a mental deficiency, they don't get to go to Yale. You know what I'm saying? If someone is a high school athlete at the top of his game, he doesn't go to community college. He goes off and get paid to be a football, basketball, a professional sports person at some point. There's logic involved in these things. And a lot of that is just being glossed over. And unfortunately, you guys are the problem. You're the problem. If you're ignoring what is happening around you, you're the problem. If you're not talking to people, if you're not being a good citizen and saying, hey, have you noticed this and what do you think about it? To other people, you're the problem. If you're hiding in your bunker like old Joe and waiting to win something or, whatever, you're the problem. So don't be the problem. Don't be the problem. New disease found in deer. Yeah, it's called food. It's called the food disease. Let's see here. FST brush. What's FST bullet? What's Turtles doing? Turtles is just a jokester. I mean, has Turtles said something stupid? Come on. I honestly pee when I... Okay, Turtles. Yeah, you stepped over the line, bro. Turtles, you stepped over the line. I had to change your screen. Love you, man. Please continue to watch. But, if you can't interact like an adult, you're not an adult. And be gone! Let's see here. So true, pay attention. My dad made $8 an hour working as a mechanic in 1982 in Florida. He made $8 an hour here in Texas in 2008 as a mechanic. Make it sense. Yeah. Is chronic wasting still a thing in deer? I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if that's seasonal. I honestly don't know about that term, chronic wasting. I do know that what you guys need to think about is fat in your diets too. If you're planning on subsisting off the land, our animals have very little fat in them here in the United States. Deer, rabbit, and even chicken. You're going to need some fat in your diet. Otherwise, you're going to get something really bad going on with you. What's new in our area? I don't know. Yes, it's still around some rest of the country. Okay, so Gingerbearded Texan says, yes, he's referring to chronic wasting is still around in some parts of the country. Gotcha. Good info. I love it. CWD is a neurological disease, affects the nervous system. Gotcha. I'm allergic to deer meat, so I am not worried about it. There you go, Dog and Ball. Problem solved. It's like we were talking about the wheat problem, which it actually is. So if you guys, hey, losing my mind. Hey, non-Patreon members, go check your coffee aisle in Walmart. See if it looks different. That's all I'm going to say. Let's see. What I missed. Do a recap. No, Bake My Day. I will not do a recap of 2 hours worth of talk on multiple subjects. 10 a.m. Eastern is when the show starts. On Wednesdays, especially when I'm forced to, I will do a 2-hour show. And that's it. Show up. Show up. Wheat problem, potato problem, soon a tomato problem. Yeah, I've been noticing. If you guys aren't paying attention, it's like it is not what it was 6 months ago. It's clearly not what it was a year ago. That's for sure. So, coffee? Yes, coffee. Check your coffee aisle. You're going to notice a vast difference. I'd rather eat game meat. The coffee aisle is really weird now in Wally World. Yes. Yes, Jeannie. Is it Jeannie? Jeannie Juno. Jeannie Juno. Yes, it is. I noticed it yesterday. And do you have your lives on YouTube to view at a later time? Yes, I do. Go to the link in my bio or description. Or go to my TikTok page itself. You'll find one link. It'll take you to my personal webpage, and you can click on that. And I think like 3 links down is the YouTube page. Price of coffee has been going up, but it's been going up for a while. Let's see. I did not force you. Let me know how it tastes in deer. Look edible in my area. I'll let you know how they taste in a few weeks. Gotcha. But yeah, if you guys aren't on my YouTube channel, you definitely need to get your butts over there and join that. There's a lot more that I have not seen a troll on my YouTube page in a year, so it's definitely a better place, and it's also a faster conduit to yeah, no problem. Melended. I got you. So you've been melended. Let's see. I'm thinking, get a few chickens for eggs during survival mode. Yes, read over. Get your hands on like 12 to 6 chickens. Make sure they have a place to go where they're going to be safe at night. Mel and Ed. I got you. Okay, cool. Yeah, keep them fed and teach them to eat bugs. Let them out. Coax them back in with feed. Lock them up at night. And then when they're about 6 months old, start keeping them in lit areas. CDC shows the counts for chronic waste disease. Gotcha. What do we got on the backup here? Fire Life showed up. Hey, what's going on, man? React and fight. They want, so they react and fight. Hey, we always add pork and beef fat in burgers and sausage. Yes. Grocery stores are going back to look a lot different. Are going to look a lot different this winter. Yes, they are going to. CHY 10 days. I'm going to go and push you over to go to the link. Go to my profile using your phone and find the only pinned video I have. It'll be in the top left-hand corner. Click on that and watch that, and that will explain everything. Yeah, it happens, Fire Life. Can chickens survive outside in New Jersey winter? Yes, they can. They just need an overhead area. Like I said, you do need to build a coop, okay? No problem, CB. You do need to build a coop, but you can normally keep them alive. Just use an extension cord, get yourself a work lamp, and use a bulb that makes heat. Yeah, that'll keep them plenty warm. Let's see your coffee. I'll definitely shrunk in Kroger. Yep. Put a painter's light in with them on colder nights. Exactly. And also, too, a lot of people don't know this, but chickens need lots and lots of vitamin D to lay eggs. And one of the ways you can trick them with that is to use, like I said, I use a worker's light or a shop light and keep the coop. I keep my coop during the wintertime, actually all the time. I keep the coop lit until midnight, and then at about 4 a.m. it's on a timer. The light comes right back on. It gets their body. It basically tells their body we need to make more eggs. Can't have chickens where I am in the city. That super sucks. I would try to find a way around that. Just don't get any roosters, and no one will know. Yeah, no problem, Red. Let's see here. You can also use old eggs and even ground shells to feed them. Yeah, I mean, roosters are omnivores. They'll eat their own if you give them a chance. I know, what is it? It wasn't the angry prepper. It was the unapologetic prepper who actually stopped buying feed and is only feeding his chickens leftovers, and they eat them up. chickens in an apartment? Well, that could be a small problem. I'm sorry. Been busy this morning. Okay, we're good there. What do we got? Let's see. And not just coffee. And LP called it about 6 months ago that the coffee was going to be affected. Coffee aisle definitely shrunk in Kroger. Don't even need a light for winter. Just keep their coop draft free for the most part. Well, the light isn't just for heat, Black Wolf. The light is to stimulate egg production. During the wintertime, chickens produce less eggs because there's less sunlight. It's a way of tricking their system into continuing to produce eggs because of longer sunlight or faked sunlight periods of time. You can do rabbits yeah, you can do rabbits, dude. Just got to keep it clean, and then have a place for them to make more rabbits, like an extra cage, a birthing cage, that kind of thing. A rock radio DJ fed turkeys on Thanksgiving every year. I gotcha. I canned pears yesterday and gave the scraps to my chickens. They're molting now. Gotcha. Don't do that. No, it's just that time. Unfortunately, I won't. My 5 surviving chickens will likely not produce a lot of eggs for me until summer. They still have probably about 3 more months. I got them late in the season. Do you have to candle the egg before eating? I mean, you can. There's other methods. There's the float method. I normally just crack the egg. One of the things that I do, I'm not really into like bloody eggs, because that will happen from time to time. But what I will do is, whenever I use eggs, I will crack them into a small container one at a time, and then if they're bad, then I can just dump them out, rinse the container, move on to the next egg. When you do that with the light in the winter, does it minimize their production span? No, it's not going to minimize anything. You're literally just telling them that you're faking them out. You're saying the sun's still out. That's all you're doing. I got 5 chickens in May, so ready for eggs. There you go. May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, maybe in November. Normally it's 6 months. I don't even know. Okay, we talked about that already. But yeah, that's just something that I've always done. The other thing too is during the summertime, if you don't want to create heat, you can actually do like solar lighting. Like you can just buy those cheap ass $10 solar lights that have an extension cord for like going outside to put the panel up, and that's what I did. And then I just put I'll just put that on a timer. Okay, let's see. Oh God, I know I heard it would shorten the amount of time that they would lay their life. Well, I mean, it's going to happen. It's not like they have a clock inside of them that says, "Hey, we're done." When their bodies are done, their bodies are done. And if they're strong, robust chickens, then you're going to get more eggs out of them. Don't me buying lights today. There you go. Yeah, but don't go crazy with it. Just like I said, I normally just run an extension cord out to the coop, put a timer on it, and I just put like a 60-watt bulb inside of it. And then it runs when it's supposed to run. And just kind of pay attention. Just look at the time scales. Like maybe Farmer's Almanac, or you could just like test sunlight or amount of sunlight based off of this, and then you could adjust your timer for that. All right, let's see. Okay, well, this guy's chicken coop is going to look like a disco. No, it just looks like a chicken coop. Okay, so it's been 2 hours. I have done what I said I was going to do today. You on YouTube know who I'm talking to. That's right. I tried to sneak away after an hour because I was running out of things to talk about, but you guys kept me going, and I appreciate that. I think I would probably do more time during every day if people just were more active, and they interacted more on the stream. But sometimes I just got to hold it all together myself, and it's a little hard. It's a little hard. It is lunchtime now for me, and I'm going to go ahead and, even though, hoorah, red for over. Appreciate you. Yeah, no problem. Marzamzo. I enjoyed it live. Genuine. Love you. Let's see. What do we got here? I think that's going to be it. My eyes are starting to get hard from... Thanks, your grass. I'm waiting for you. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and kill it right now, guys. And my YouTube side, I will see you on the Discord. I'm going to talk to the TikTokers now because all the you people in YouTube know what I'm talking about. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, and I hope you decide to support the page. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and hit the link below. If it didn't take you directly to it, you can just hit the support page. That's what it should look like. All you have to do is either hit the Patreon symbol or the join button. Doesn't matter. Just hit it and that'll get you started. It's $3 a month for 30-ish days of work from me. The price of a Starbucks coffee. So until the next time, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.